So the other night, I had a bug in my ass, and I decided I wanted to take that for a ride. I haven't ran that bike since last year sometime. I'm going to guess probably going on 8, 9, 10 months ago, something like that, since it was actually raced last. And it's been sitting under a cover. So I took it off the battery tender, started it, fired right up, and it ran pretty good. So I decided I'm going to take it for a ride and go visit one of my buddies. So that sucker got a little bit of street duty last night, and I kind of forgot how fun it was to ride. It's actually a pretty comfortable bike. But got me to thinking, I think I need to take that out for a little street ride tonight. It's like 80 degrees and like 1,000% humidity. And that is everything that shouldn't be going down the street. It's methanol, it's no charging system, it runs on RC car batteries. It makes a lot of racket and stinks. Let's take it down the street. Let's check this out. So first thing I had to do before I take that guy out for a street ride was I had to fill it up with meth. And she don't carry a lot on board anymore, but it's enough to go for a little ride. Let's see, she's pretty full right to the top there. About a ½ inch from the top, I'd say. So that'll be enough to get me down the road and back a little ways. And then I need to put the batteries in. So those got to get dropped in there, and then we'll fire it up and go for a little rip. So we'll get the batteries in. Now, I'm not going to act like I'm taking this thing on like some big road trip. There's no cooling system, no charging system. It's got maybe a gallon and a half of fuel, and it's methanol. It ain't going to last for long. I'm actually going to try to do about a 10-mile round trip. I'm going to go check on a buddy of mine's out of town. I'm going to go check on his house. So, yeah, this should be kind of fun. Most importantly, though, I'm going to get data logs out of this thing. So this is actually the first any kind of substantial ride with methanol. So I'll data log it while I'm riding it, and then I can come back and make some adjustments, and that'll just kind of help clean everything up and get all the weird characteristics out of it. And going to have some fun on a Friday night. Enjoy. forgot to plug my headlight in. It was just the main plug going to the whole nose fairing wiring that I never plugged it back in after I had that thing apart. My bad. Try again. That was a lot more fun than probably what should even be legal. So now we're back. I'm going to take this. What am I pointing at here? That ECU right there. And I'm going to take that laptop and that new 25-foot USB cable. And I got that so I could sit in the trailer and then have the bike outside and be sitting in a chair in front of the fan and get my data logs out of the bike that way. But I'm going to pull data logs right now and then kind of double check some stuff. And then I'm going to go in the house and call it a night. So, a couple takeaways from tonight's shenanigans. One, if I put a cooling system back on my bike, it would probably make a really good street bike because that thing is fun to ride and it's actually pretty smooth and comfy. Two, fuck what everybody says about street bike, race bike bullshit. Street ride what you want, race what you want. Don't put titles on things, just enjoy it. Three, methanol makes a pretty good street fuel because it's hot and humid out right now. And granted, I wasn't gone for an hour and it was a pretty easy ride, but it's a hot, muggy night. And the temp on the bike only got to about 120 degrees. Granted, again, I said I don't run, there's no cooling and no cooling system on this bike, so there's no coolant in the bike. So the temp sensor is still in the back of the cylinder head. So I basically get like, quote, sort of a cylinder head temp. It's mostly just a reference point. But if that cylinder head area is only getting that hot, she's running pretty good. And intake air temps, I should actually probably, I got to pull the data logs out yet, but I was kind of watching the dash while I was riding. Intake air temp was like 60 degrees. Methanol works wonders. But yeah, I mean, one other thing I guess I'd take from this is always buy a house in the country because nobody can complain when you're doing stupid shit. I do a lot of stupid shit. This wasn't one of them. This is totally one of the cooler things I've done. But yeah, I mean, I just thought it'd be fun to. The bike's been ready to go now. I still got to. That's the other thing. Can you street ride a Gen 2 clutch? Abso-fucking-lutely you can. This is actually, it's still like the race tune-up that's in it. So I don't have stiff static springs or a bunch of weight on the arms or nothing. This clutch is how I made the last pass in the bike last year. So like I said, you can do whatever you want. Don't listen to what other people are saying about you absolutely can't do this or you have to do that. I just fucking did it. Methanol, no cooling system, hand slider, a drag max, and the frickin' roads are wet because it rained 3 hours ago. And yeah, go do crazy shit. Have fun with these fucking things. We built them for a reason. Like I said, I kind of almost. I'm going to use wise words here, or choose my words wisely. I don't regret making it a race bike, but I kind of wish it was a little more street still. And I'm using those words I just talked about you shouldn't use, street and race. Basically, I really want to street ride this thing more. And I'm looking at my fuel cell right now, so my eyes are kind of bouncing around. I'm going to double check how much fuel I just used. I could probably roughly figure out my fuel mileage and my range on that tank. And on a night like this, as hot and muggy as it is, if it stays running cool like that, and it ain't burning a shit ton of fuel, like if I lean the air fuel out, kind of get mileage out of it, this bike might be able to make it to like in-town cruise nights. Yeah, I'm not going to be, road tripping up north to go camping with it. But where I live to where all the kind of cool stuff happens, it's like with a 10-mile radius. So if I could get, say, 20 miles out of that tank, no promises, I might try street riding this thing a little more. It's got a big spinny whirly-do for motor mangler for a muffler on it. So what the hell? I think maybe I'll do this a little more. I mean, between being just a test and tune king and maybe doing some street riding, why not just enjoy the stuff? Hope you dug the video, and maybe next time I'll throw the helmet cam on and we'll go ride the ZX9 around. That's got a cooling system and it's a stock motor. So we can take that thing all over the country if we want. But between that and that and that, let's start riding stuff. See you in the next video.